let's use Gobi. I have created a Gobi file. And if you only need to install it using apt install Gobi. So once you have the program installed, please join to the file, adding the gobi.debian.org. Then you go to the directory DebConf 22, BoF, and Debian Academy. And please write your name to know who attend the BoF. So, during these 2 years, some people were working to start the project with the help of a sponsor called TechIts, and they provide us with a virtual machine using Debian and with a Moodle instance to explore and to start creating courses and some contents. And this was very useful. Some people that like to teach, they start making proposals of courses, and well, this was maybe two courses, and well, after some months, the work were going less frequently, and yes, we were working on a wiki. We have got currently a wiki page. If you go to the wiki.debian.org/Debian Academy, you can see our current content, and here we have written some contents regarding to the description, what is the purpose of this initiative, the links to the user documentation. We start to creating a wiki in Salsa to be a reference for persons to create new content to teach. And well, this was the beginning. Also, we have a Salsa repository in which we have version the current content, and we were also registering the infrastructure changes and this kind of system administration stuff. And also, we create a storm in storm.debian.net with possible ideas. And yes, currently is what we've got. And well, the URL of the Moodle platform used to be this one. We got this domain previously, but well, currently it's not anymore existing due the organizations who was sponsoring the project they were not able to keep supporting with the infrastructure, and then the work was stopped. And well, currently we are in a pause state. Yes, this is the current status. We are in pause. And well, the intention of this is the first BoF ever. After the talk that I shared during DebConf 20 online. And we would like to retake the work we have achieved until now, and to keep going forward. Oh, it has disconnected. And yes, it would be great if some of you would like to participate. Besides these resources, we have got also a mailing list. You can subscribe to the mailing list to see the archive of the previous 2 years. We start on September, and the last emails were during this month. So you can see all the archive here, and this is also the main communication resource for the team. And also we have got IRC channel in OFTC network, and it is Debian Academy. You can join. And yes, this is still present. And well, I would like to know what do you think about this proposal? What you consider that could be useful to have in mind to make this project possible? I think that this is due to the complexity. It is something for mid and long term. You know, it is not something that will happen in 6 months or even in 1 year, because the objective of this proposal is to have something like, for instance, this. I don't know if some of you have heard about a Cloud Guru. It's an e-learning platform on which you can find different content regarding to DevOps, software development, and well, the way of its usage is really dynamic, because besides the videos, you have instructors, you have forums. For instance, if you are willing to learn something very specific, like Terraform, then you go to the search engine, and this show you all the content available regarding to Terraform. So this was really inspiring for me, since I have used these platforms, also EDX from the MIT, Harvard universities, and the institute. And yes, it is a free e-learning platform on which you can find a lot of useful contents. and it is in the format of online courses. And yes, you write in the search engine, and you get the content, and it explain in how many weeks you can achieve to complete the course. You have the index, what do you need, what will you learn. And I think this kind of resources should be present in the Debian project, because nowadays reading a huge documentation makes sometimes difficult for someone, for a newcomer, to get involved. We have a lot of documentation regarding to Debian packaging, to the Debian policy, but I think it will be useful if we can have this platform to people who do, because of lacking of time regarding to studying or working. You can take a course regarding to Debian reproducible builds, for instance, and then you can catch the essential, and you can get deeper on the field when you have more time. So also is something like Udemy, that also is another e-learning platform on which you have a lot of content. And for instance, if you search here Linux, you can find a lot. Even if you search for a Debian related course, you will find some course regarding to Linux system administration or Linux networking security, but not Debian development. You know, it is not the case, because yes, outside the Debian community, the Debian development topics are not present in this kind of e-learning platforms. So having this in mind, it is difficult to have something else beyond the written documentation. So what do you think about this idea, and do you see some potential? Oh, yes, go ahead, please. What is your name, please?
I am Dasha in the project. Do you hear me? Okay. I think it is a wonderful project, a wonderful idea. I myself not much involved with the Debian community, kind of outsider, and if there was such an academy with courses to help me to get started, it would have been great. I've tried a few years ago to participate somehow in the Debian community, building packages and so on. And the answer that you get often is go look at the documentation. Documentation is huge, and it is not very well structured. Maybe it is improved right now. And it goes in circles. You go to one page, and it says, for more details, go to this page. back to this page from details. So you don't know how to start. It is a huge documentation, and you don't know where to get started. And also, reading documentation is not fun. It is something that you can do if you have to do, but you don't read documentation for fun. So an interactive course with teachers and participants or students could be more interesting for getting started and for learning new things, especially for the younger generations, which are used to multimedia learning and so on, to the latest standard. So I think it would be a great idea. The problem that I see is that which are the teachers that are going to put work into building this material, these teaching materials, and to organize periodic courses for the potential students, and how to attract the students, because you may build a great course, but if there are no students, no participants, then it is almost useless. So I don't know how these problems can be solved, but I think it is a great idea and something that it is worth to be tried.
Thank you very much.
Maybe following up what was just said, I also don't know, how this can exactly be done, but I have an immediate example of, people in the design team who have great design skills, hands-on design skills, and have been wandering around for 2, 3, and more years with a high desire to contribute to Debian, but completely lost. Right? So
Okay.
the symptoms are, look, I don't understand. I sit around with people, I don't understand the language. And yet, on the other side, we know that Debian is not prettiest of all distributions. Right? So there is design need, but designers who have a motivation, fail and have a really hard time to find ways of contribute. Right? So, on the other side, we have people who would like, to help introduce them, but who don't really know how designers can contribute in the first place. So we have a lack of it seems like people don't talk the same language. Right?
Yeah.
The same thing, I think, happens in some degrees on other domains as well, which are not related to design. So I think, rather than just having people create courses to a audience that might or might not exist, I think it might be helpful if we maybe recorded sessions where people actually interact. So we record sessions where there is some person who wants to learn something and asks questions, right? And on the other hand, there is an expert who has been here for 10, 15, maybe more years, who answers these questions, right? And later maybe we can take these sessions and put them online. So other people who have the same starting point can watch these sessions and record them. Maybe I start point. I'm not sure if this is a solution, but
Yeah.
a way to start.
Yeah, nice. Thank you very much. What is your name, by the way?
I'm Mark.
Mark. Thanks a lot.
I can find it. This IRC, I can find this. I was looking to go look at that.
Ah, okay. So, does someone else want to share
So thank you.
his
No,
perspective?
I came to listen.
Oh.
Like microphones. Yeah. No, I just came to listen. I was kind of intrigued by that stuff. I don't think I have any skills that would be helpful.
Okay.
The new packaging is still a large mystery for me. So I think it's very cool for this.
Oh, thanks a lot, Mark, and it is great to have you here with us. So,
I'm out of marking it. So I think
All the best people.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm hoping that I'm not always doing closed source pieces. I'm hoping I get to do some open source pieces because that's what I want to do. And so yeah, to be able to create the packages so that they can become independent. I think that would be one of my goals. Does that answer your question? Not really.
Yeah.
Can I join the mics? No, wait. The packaging people.
Yes, please.
Every packaging documentation I found it explains how to get your package upstreamed. It's very, very good at how to prepare you for submitting your package upstream later. I don't want my package upstreamed. I just want to install it on my box. And I get lost in how do I take, I've got some source code, I've got a binary, whatever. I want to make a Debian that I can install on a bunch of boxes. That's all. And as soon as it becomes, well, I have to do these other things to prepare it for upstream, it's like, well, that's extra work. I don't want to do any of that. It's a reoccurring theme in my life. So you probably want your stuff upstreamed. I don't. Different people.
So you want your package locally?
Just, it's for my use. It's my little play program. Not yet. I want to use my package. You get your own package. Anyway, that's my story. Happy to tell you more about my story, but that's about it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, yes, so, oh, go ahead.
So, I stole this one. I don't need to. That's just greedy. Is the aim of this just for Debian packaging, or are you also planning on doing more education stuff on just Debian?
Yes, my original idea is to cover most as possible the areas, but as you have shared, it is up to the people with the willingness to spend time teaching about the different fields, even if you want to have everything, every area of Debian development. It is depending of the people who can do the creation and to spend the time even updating, because every time we can have relevant changes, you know. The way to do continuous integration using Salsa could change maybe in 6 months, or despite we have got different ways to do Debian packaging, maybe using one of the options, it is still valid, but other is not, or the same with reproducible builds. Maybe now you need to have in mind something else besides epoch, variable, or timestamps, you know, this kind of examples. And yes, it is really ambitious because it is a huge infrastructure, and also the contents creation. Currently, well, I am aware that these companies, they can do it because it is profitable. You know, you pay to learn these contents through these platforms, and of course, in Debian, it would be nice to even people can become Debian developers being teachers of Debian Academy. Like when you are Debian maintainer, or someone involved in the design of the artwork, or member of the DSA, Debian System Administration. So it will be wonderful if someone with the willingness to teach, joining to the Debian Academy, it could deserve the status of Debian developer. And I think this could be a motivation to have more people involved as teachers. And that as, for instance, as the Debian maintainer is responsible to keep update his package, I think it could be something parallel with the case of the Debian Academy courses, because yes, your contents could be the equivalent to Debian packages, you know, because you are helping directly to the users with the enthusiasm to become Debian contributors in some way, not only with Debian packaging. So this is the main motivation that I think it could be relevant to have in the Debian project. But yes, of course, it's something huge, it's something complex, because it's not only regarding to teach, it's also regarding to infrastructure, to define some guidelines. For instance, which should be considered part of the topics, what should be the parameters to have a good quality of the content. I think about this, and yes, it is. Yes, it is challenging. You know, maybe it's not impossible, but you need yes, a lot of volunteers in different areas, and yeah, I think even if this is something that will not happen in the immediately time, it will be nice to have this existing, and then maybe from time to time, every 3 months, being optimistic, or every year, someone will say, oh, okay, I would like to create a course to help new contributors to get involved in the Debian committee, or in the creation of Debian installer images, you know, Debian Live, I don't know. And I was thinking about I remember Jonathan Carter, High Voltage, the current Debian project leader, mentioned something regarding to Debian host, Debian net to host infrastructure for developers to have this for different purposes. And I was thinking to start something in this Debian net server. And yes, little by little, with the help of interest people, to have an EDX customized installation for the Debian account or Moodle, and yes, to start the platform, you know, and to make it bigger little by little. So yes, is a current thoughts I have got regarding to this, and also, well, the previous experience with the contributors who was helping during the previous 2 years show us some challenges besides achievements, because okay, we we achieved to have this Moodle platform with the help of the sponsor. We create maybe the starting of 2 courses, and this was a demonstration how difficult could be to have this in the short time. But also it has demonstrated the potential for the mid and the long term, because maybe in 5 years this could be bigger. Okay.
Be more ambitious. Like, why would you say it is a long-term thing, right? So, I mean, of course, if you want to have a full academy, it will take, right, a long time. But I think we can start with the immediate steps towards that vision even today, right? So here is someone who wants to learn about package management. You know, just 2 rooms from here, there's a bunch of people who know everything about package management. You know, so there are guys there who manage 500 packages, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's
and
right.
have been doing this for like 10, 15 years, right? So we have everything here on campus, right? So I think it's about bringing these people together and recording these conversations in a structured, systematic way. And in the beginning, you know, maybe we can put some structure, but not really system into it. But as we do it, we will learn. And then, you know, the recordings that we do tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or 2023 in India will be much better, right? So I think we should get started, you know, today.
Perfect.
And the first step is actually, you know, so the scope, as I understand, is we need, so the academy covers all knowledge that someone requires in order to contribute to Debian in whatever way, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
package management is one thing, right? So there might be other things that we are not even aware of, right? So I think translation, design, whatever it is, you know, cheese cutting, we saw yesterday. So there's many, many different domains. So I think a pragmatic approach is to start a list with exactly those domains. And those lists is, well, what we have, what the desires that we have in order to learn, but also go around campus and ask people, okay, so it's your first DebConf here. So how would you like to evolve? What do you need? And so add these things to the list, whatever domains people mention that they would like to contribute and whatever skills they need, right? So this is the demand side of things. And then we go around, okay, well, you package management, okay, cool, come here. You want to do a 15-minute video, just an intro on, you know, what are the activities involved in package management, right? And then someone else will go deeper into the you know, in individual things. So there's not one video, but maybe that's a collection of 20, 25, maybe even 50 videos done by different people on different aspects on the domain that they want to learn. And, you know, take it step by step. And so we'll see, you know, what videos work, what don't, and there will bunch of videos that completely suck, but we will know why. And then we can produce new videos that do a better job.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you.
I was going to say almost the same thing. So we had a training about video team. Why not a training about package management? In DebConf, I think there were a lot of people who were new to Debian and who do not know how to do these things. So why not start with organizing a training? For the next DebConf, for example, plan for a training. Maybe during DebConf as well, but it is a little bit more difficult because of the schedule. If DebConf, there is no reason to be no training, I think. And also, I think we should define kind of plan. What is the plan? For example, for the next DebConf, we plan to make 1 or 2 trainings and maybe publish them. I don't know, something like that.
Hello, you listed a number of different platforms that could be used.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone to help you with installing this, like we self-hosted it for Debian? Do you have anyone that's volunteered to help with the system administration on that?
Yeah, well, I think it will be interesting to explore the EDX because it is free software. The core of the EDX platform is developed as free software and you can host by yourself. And Moodle, but we have explored already Moodle with the proof of concept we had with the help of TechKits. And yes, it has some limitations because it is more, some comments that the people that was creating contents is that they were more able to create text, text and evaluations and that. But for instance, to have video, I remember someone was telling that it was were difficult to identify, where I can upload the video, or should we use the PeerTube instance from the Debian social team, because we have got a PeerTube instance. And also some of us were considering this possibility to not have all the videos uploaded in the server on which Moodle is installed, but to take advantage, for instance, of the PeerTube instance. And because of this, I think it will be useful to explore EDX to see if this works better than Moodle, Currently, these are the two e-learning platforms that I think could work for but even if someone else have experience with other software that maybe we don't know, obviously that could be useful too. But currently, I have only identified EDX and Moodle for this purpose.
Okay, that sounds good. Do you have anyone that has volunteered to help install and manage this service then?
No, currently we don't have active members. In some moments of the previous 2 years, the people who were taking care of the Moodle instance, administrating and that, they needed to keep going with other stuff of work, of personal. And then also I was not very active, and I was not able to take care of the infrastructure, the coordination, and yes, we currently lack of people to help with the installation and the maintenance of the platform, and also all the other stuff, the guidelines to create the courses, everything. It's like we are starting again since the beginning. We are starting since zero, but at least we have got the experience of the previous 2 years. And the wiki page, the Sandstorm, the Salsa repository. But yes, we can say that we need volunteers for every area.
Do you already have a Moodle install somewhere then?
No, even we were not able to create a backup of the instance. We were able to have do the TechKits issues. So yeah, even our previous work was lost because this problem. So we need to start even with that since the beginning. So, well, I think if you are interested, even if you think that you cannot help as your main volunteer activity, but maybe with your perspective or suggestions, or from time to time writing in the email list or participating in the discussions, I think that will be very helpful. And yes, feel welcome to join to the IRC channel, to write your ideas or your notes in the Gobi file whenever you can, not necessarily today. But yes, I think we can take this as a new point of starting, a new beginning. And really appreciate it to have you here, and thanks a lot for attending.
Thank you.
Yeah.